So sitting in my basement, wondering where my youth went, watching vloggers having a dear old sweet time at the Polynesian resort, filming on their mandatory vlogging cameras like all vloggers use, the DJI Action 3 camera. They're going through and getting ready to eat some insanely overpriced breakfast at Ohana.
It has Stitch on it. You can't... A+ for the waffles here.
It was safe, it was bright, it was sanitary, it was just nice and it was easy. Nice and smooth and easy. And hey, I'm not knocking them at all. You enjoy Disney however you enjoy Disney. But then, out of the blue, I got a notification that BackDoorDisney had uploaded a new video. A relic of the past. Someone who I thought was completely gone from YouTube. Now this was something new and dangerous. Right up my alley. Just what I needed this morning. Okay, for those who don't know, BackDoorDisney is this guy.
How about this?
Yep.
About to walk out.
Okay.
And you guys want to talk, and come back to my attorney. How about that?
Okay. And we're keeping your phone. And actually,
No,
give me that.
Damn it.
Okay.
I'm under arrest.
He's a former Disney employee who's been tied to sneaking in backstage and stealing props and costumes and selling them on the black market, allegedly. And he has stolen, from the look of it, over $14,000 worth of memorabilia and props and like actual ride stuff that you're not supposed to take that. You're not supposed to sell it at all. And yeah, this guy is potentially, maybe, allegedly, he's the Buzzy guy. He might know where Buzzy is. The one animatronic from Cranium Command who was stolen a couple of years ago and everyone went crazy over it. This guy might, allegedly knows where Buzzy is. And the crazy thing is, Patrick here has a Wikipedia page. And that's just mind-boggling.
Spikes and his cousin, Blayton Taunton, entered no contest pleas to charges related to thefts at Walt Disney World. Detectives say this photo, recovered from Spikes' cell phone, shows the two sneaking into the Magic Kingdom where they broke into the Haunted Mansion attraction. The two cousins stole props from the ride, according to investigators, including dresses worn by the animatronic ghosts. Other photos show Spikes posing in stolen wigs.
This is the footage of him leaving court with that smug little smile as the elevator door closed. I mean, I swear, this kid, I just really want to give him a wedgie and stuff him into a locker. Like, really, just frickin' the white boy privilege. Apparently, a famous basketball player bought some memorabilia from him. Didn't know it was stolen. And Patrick may be featured in a new documentary that's coming out. And I have no idea when or if this documentary will ever officially be released to the public. I know it's making its tours around some film festivals right now, that's generally what you do to try to get distribution. And I don't know who else will appear in said documentary. Anywho, like I said, Patrick is back posting some stuff online, posting stuff on Twitter. I'm not exactly sure how that works because I believe he took a plea deal and then had to pay back over $25,000 in restitution. Now, I don't know all the facts about this. There's lots of information out there. I'm sure there's tons of videos out there that go much more into detail about what he has done or not done, and maybe they have more insight than I do. I'm just looking at some of the weird stuff that has been posted online. And I'm just excited about talking about it because this stuff reminds me of remnants of old school YouTube Disney related content. Stuff that just doesn't exist anymore. The stuff that's being made now is much more clinical and safe and probably not illegal. But this stuff it's got some edge to it. It's dangerous. You know, we can all look at it and watch it from a distance and not be in trouble, hopefully. Please, for the love of God, I'm just looking at stuff here, Disney. I have no idea when any of this is. And I just made myself sound, I'd sound kind of guilty if I say it like that. I may have to cut this out of the video. That made me sound even more guilty. Nothing has happened. I didn't do anything. So let's enjoy the dark side. Okay, so going back to the video that I was notified about. It's titled Abandoned EPCOT Model. And this apparently was filmed before all of the arrests and legal trouble back in 2019-ish, allegedly. That's what the video says here. And it's just a person kind of opening a latch here. This person has a very long robe-like thing, very much like a Merlin robe. We got some suspenseful music playing right now. Listen to that. We are in the depths of this attic with cell phone footage and a light. Nothing is happening. I see a lot of mold, dust, old wood. Okay. We're setting the phone down. Really could have just stopped filming or just edited this out. Anyway, it's still going. Okay, we picked up the phone back up. Not really moving, just kind of shaking things around. Okay, well, and the music stopped. Okay, now we're getting a new song in here. Yeah, this is much more chill. We haven't really moved much. Maybe we've got a ladder now. We're in ladder city over here. All right, and now finally, almost 2.5 minutes into the video. Sorry, my turtle's very excited back there. It's also getting close to animal dinner time, so it's almost 4:30. My animals are very strict about dinner time, and they get kind of team up on me around this time. The rabbits are starting to, they're coming for me. Turtle is climbing up. He's getting ready to do stuff back there. Anyway, so that's what you hear back there. We are looking at this EPCOT model, but it's really cool to you can see the Horizons building, you can see the World Showcase with all the pavilions. There's the land, I can see the land, and then, a nice little zoom in on Spaceship Earth. The buildings that have been demolished now replaced with whatever, I don't even think there's anything in the middle anymore. Now it looks like we are upside down somewhere looking through a window into a workplace of some kind. So maybe this giant model display is behind like a glass window on display. So maybe it's backstage somewhere in these offices, and this giant model's propped up against a wall, and it's got the glass there, and people can be like, oh, that's EPCOT. This is stuff you're not gonna see anywhere else. And then the video abruptly ends. So there we go. That's it. Look at that. It's 4 minutes of sweet content you're not gonna see anywhere else. In the end, I have more questions than answers. Well, guess what? Professional Kenny somehow got invited into the Orlando Informer Meetup affiliate program, and this is a cool special ticketed after-hours event which features a ton of all-you-can-eat food, very short wait time for rides, and special shows and character meet and greets. So if you're interested in attending this event, check out the link in the video to save a couple extra bucks on tickets for the February 28th and March 1st events. I even got attacked by a raptor at one of these events, and also made myself sick from eating way too much delicious food. And for those who don't know, I kind of got wrapped up into the Disney theme park content creator world. I don't really necessarily feel like I'm a part of it. I always kind of feel like I'm very distant of it, but I got wrapped up into it around 2014 or so. I reached out to Adam the Woo and asked if I could make a short documentary on him. It's up on my other YouTube channel. It's called Who is Adam the Woo, a YouTube documentary, and it's all about the videos that he makes. And this was at the point when Adam had been trespassed from Disney because he would film stuff backstage and do more questionable and at times irresponsible stuff on his main channel. In fact, one of the first videos I ever watched about him was him staying at Walt Disney World for 24 hours straight, because they had this leap year, 24 hours the park was gonna stay open. It was wild. And yeah, he stayed there for a full 24 hours, didn't sleep, did everything. Doing the documentary, he has been allowed back into the parks. The trespass ban has been lifted, and he has started doing more stuff on his daily vlog channel, I guess, to kind of distance himself from his past escapades on his other channel, which got him trespassed from the park. And so, yeah, I made this documentary, and it was a little bit of a small hit online. And then fast forward to 2018, 2019, I wanted to kind of make a sequel of sorts. And this time I wanted to do like a multi-part thing. And the first part was gonna be on like more positive, good creators. The second part was gonna be on more kind of chaotic, dark, bad creators. And the third was gonna be a little bit something different. So unfortunately, I was only able to make the very first part. And the first part is where I met Rob, aka Midway to Main Street, Disney Dan, who, you know, I started working for him in 2021 or so, and I kind of started a whole friendship by making that documentary about him, as well as highlighting Michael K. And I miss Michael K. Wish he'd come back onto YouTube. Don't know where you are, Michael, but you should come back and make some stuff, okay? Just ignore all the jerks out there. Listen to me, I'm the cool guy. So the second part, like I said, was gonna be called The Dark Side, right? I was gonna focus on some of these people and more questionable creators. I interviewed Defunctland, I interviewed Matt Sansois, and if you don't know who that is, that kid is wild. Let me tell you, that kid is very wild. He has been banned twice from the Disney parks. I don't know how that happens, but he has snuck in and gotten some insane footage, like in Mount Everest, the Yeti. Like, he got some very dangerous and extremely illegal. Cannot stress that enough. Very illegal. Do not ever do this. He got some footage of Buzzy, and keep coming back to Buzzy, don't we? Keep buzzing around a Buzzy boy. So, getting ready to do the second part, I had all these people lined up. I interviewed a few people, and then 2020 happened, and as we all know, the whole world kind of shut down. I had to scramble and find some more work, and that's how I developed this partnership with Dan. And she really kind of saved my ass there. He's able to kind of give me work, and I was able to kind of help him and his channel grow. It always frustrated me that I was never able to finish this second part of this documentary. I had pieces of it, a lot of pieces. I interviewed Leonard Kinsey, and if you don't know about him, that guy is another wild one. He is known for being, in my opinion, kind of the first guy to really go backstage and film some stuff, like way back in the day, like in the 90s. And he wrote a book called The Dark Side of Disney. And I'm just gonna kind of hold up my hand here over a certain part of the cover here. Cover up this model. The tagline here is utterly unauthorized tips, tricks, and scams for your WDW vacation. I don't think I can read any of this stuff. Oh, wow. But it's a fun book. Check it out. It's on Amazon. Even if you're not really into the really kind of R-rated escapades. It's fun just seeing some of the pictures and stuff in here, and it's just kind of a nice little flashback to what the parks were like back in the day. So it's really kind of cool, a little walk down memory lane. And in fact, you know, maybe I'll just kind of show like a little snippet of part of the unfinished documentary here, so you can kind of get a little taste of it.
Some people have this just intense like hatred of me, and I knew that was going to happen when I started the YouTube channel and published the book. It's because I'm ruining the magic. That's what they say. I'm pulling back the curtain on the most magical place on earth. I'm destroying the illusion. There's that, and there's people think when you step foot inside Walt Disney World, the outside world disappears. And for a lot of people, the people I call pixie dusters, that means there's no sex, there's no drugs, there's no rock and roll, nothing bad happens. And in Walt Disney World. So when I wrote this book that was all about that stuff, they freaked out. And yeah, I got the Antichrist of Disney. I got, you know, threats of physical violence. The Amazon reviews in particular are hilarious. Just, I imagine people just screaming at their computer monitor, foaming at the mouth, just banging at the keyboard, like just yelling about what a jerk I am. I like it. I think it's hilarious. And still, to this day, it's been 8 years since I published the book, and nope, I still get it. It's crazy. Walt Disney World is home to everyone, young and old. And despite the thick skin we grow as we reach adulthood, I truly believe it's still the best place around to recapture the thrill and wonder of youth. Add in sex, booze, and other such debauchery, and that makes for one hell of a fun vacation. So the book I wrote is called The Dark Side of Disney. That was my first book. I think it was 2011 is when it came out. The tagline was The Anarchist Cookbook of Disney Travel Guides. It's from an adult perspective for someone who's in their 20s, 30s, maybe with no kids, who likes to drink, who's kind of bored with the rides, who wants to, maybe they've been at Disney a bunch and they want to see new things, different things. I found a lot of dads who are going with their family who are just dreading the trip. It's for them because it shows them the best places to drink, the best places to go see a fun show. I wrote it as a travel guide for someone like me because there wasn't a book like that out there. And I looked, and so I just wrote the book that I wanted to read. So I finished the book, and I sent it out to publishers, I sent it out to agents. Everyone either turned it down because they were scared to death of Disney Legal, or for the same reason they were gonna give me a really crappy percentage, like 1% of sales or something. And I was like, what's the point? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. At the time, I had a band, and we self-distributed our own CDs and recorded them in my studio, and I was like, if I can do that, how hard can it be to self-publish a book? So I self-published, and as a result got to keep all the profits, but also had to, you know, incur the wrath of Disney Legal should they come running after me. And I was scared. It was scary. And there were a lot of rumblings early on that they were coming to get me. I changed the title of my house because I was scared of losing it.
I was never able to kind of get this all done and finished, and I just sat on it for so long, and the years went by, and then you just kind of feel like, oh, maybe it just don't, you know, nobody, by this point, the footage is old, nobody really wants to see it, so I don't know. You know, if there's people out there watching, they want to see more of it, maybe I'll try piecing together what I have and putting it up on this channel so you can kind of see the rest of this interview and the rest of this part of the documentary, because there's some interesting stuff I got in there. Like I said, I interviewed Kevin from Defunctland and Matt Sansawa and a whole slew of people. So I think it'd be kind of cool to I'd love to do something with it. And then another reason I wasn't able to finish is because there's other projects and documentaries that are coming out that were kind of similar to this. So, you know, it kind of is a little bit, you feel kind of defeated in a way when you hear other people are making stuff that's kind of similar to what you've been working on and what you've been kind of investing money and time into. And you begin to be like, ugh, what's the point? So it's kind of a little insight into what it's like to be creative in a sense. So, but yeah, let me know if you want to see more of this. I finish it. I would love to finish part of it and at least put it online, you know, do something with it. But getting back to Patrick, right? All this stuff's going online. It really just got the gears turning. I'm like, I gotta do something with this footage. I'm scrolling through the Twitter. He's posting a picture of the infamous cell phone that the police finally mailed back to him like 5 years later, this kid. As well as one of the models from the Great Movie Ride. She lives in my office. He's got an office. God, I must be doing everything wrong in life. Working on a video to show the detail of how this dream finder had functions, and then he posts stuff like this. It's like, Remember, Diz Twitter, don't stop making stupid people famous. This kid. He's got a Twitter for BackDoorDisney. I don't know if he is the one taking these pictures, but it looks like it's maybe a combination of him and, you know, other people are submitting it. So we got Club Cool here. Love me some Club Cool. This is old school Club Cool. I think this was a Communicore, maybe? Backstage panel of lost and found, guest relations, luggage back, yeah, just regular workplace stuff. Buzz has fallen apart here. The control panel for Star Tours, I want to say. It's just normal work stuff. This is just a desk. This is where Joe works, you know? Got my clipboard here. Hello, it's Joe on the phone. You know, it's just normal stuff. This isn't anything too exciting. It's just exciting to us because we're weird. Now this is pretty cool, all right? This is the back storage room at Journey into Imagination. This escalator leads up to where the old Imagine Works was formerly located, and I swear to God, this Dreamfinder painted on the wall is Disney Dan. I did a double take when I saw it. I was like, is that Dan? This was, I believe, a picture Interventions, maybe west or east before it was torn down. Just a back room. You have your employee lockers back there. Now it's cool kind of seeing this stuff and sad at the same time, being like, oh, I remember walking through there as a kid and now it's being torn down. Really, it gets the murals and stuff on the wall is the only cool thing. But again, here's the back door. Here's more backstage stuff it's a lot of dust in black and wood that's painted black, and a wheelchair, you know, and cables, lots of cables, you know. And then this is what eventually was left of it, completely gutted and torn apart on the inside. Just a sad thing to see finally go. Backstage at Haunted Mansion Disneyland, where they have the Christmas Jack Skellington overlay. Kind of cool. Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland. We got some coffee mugs back there, looks like Dunkin'. We got some tarps, just basic, just normal stuff. Normal stuff for the people at work there. This is kind of cool. It looks like this is backstage at Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Kind of peeking around here. Oh, it's kind of cool, seeing all the lights on. You're kind of walking along on the tracks. And here we are, top of the Matterhorn, where the basketball hoop is. You know, hey, this is kind of cool to see this footage. Oh, there it is, there's a basketball hoop. So cool. Backstage at Stitch's Great Escape. Is that still there? I think that's been completely gutted. Man, it was so cool. This thing was Alien Encounter, man. There is something so creepy and haunting about this giant Stitch animatronic just sitting far away behind a chain link fence like that, just with a giant light shine on it. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting so creeped out by it. And then, oh man, carousel progress. It's something about the hard flash on these animatronics. It's just, I can't look her directly in the eye. It's freaking me out. This picture really creeps me out for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, because it is the dinosaur, the robot dinosaur. Imagine if that thing came to life. I'm like, I don't know. I just do not like looking at that. Oh, and then the skinned animatronic is worse. Oh my God. And this one, again, I think it's because it's the harsh flash and then it's just blackness out there, just dark. Like I know what's out there. It's the ride, you know? It's the actual water in the ride. We're just seeing it from a different angle. Just, it looks unreal. Something's wrong with it. My monkey brain is like, oh, that ain't right. Ugh. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is the Monster Inc. ride in one of the Disneylands. I wonder if this is what we're gonna get in Hollywood Studios. This is the sickest picture right here. Someone's on the ground floor of the Peter Pan ride with the lights on. Cool practical effect here with the Haunted Mansion with the hands. It just spins like this and it kind of creates that illusion of that hand on the wall. Here's Cosmic Rewind with the lights on. One of the most boring rides in the world to see with the lights on. This is one of the coolest rides to see with the lights on. That's Mickey's Runaway Railway. They use so many cool different effects. I just dig it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't care. Screw you, I like it. We got costume heads and then, oh my God, it's Mickey twerking. Please Disney, do not ban me for showing Mickey Mouse twerking backstage and slapping away the hat, the wizard's hat. I beg of you. Oh, then it gets worse. It gets much worse. It's Kylo Ren dancing to a copywritten song, but it's that milkshake song. You know the song. I can't play it because I will get a copyright strike. Just use that in your brain and watch this footage. And I'm sorry. In conclusion, don't go backstage, don't do illegal things on Disney property because you will be apprehended almost immediately. And you will be banned from their parks. You don't want that. You don't want that. Just enjoy watching this stuff. Check out BackDoorDisney if you really just want to be creeped out by things, or not. If you don't want the magic ruined, don't bother with looking at this stuff. You know, just do you. Have a good time at these theme parks. But if you want to do something heinous and crazy and illegal, just have other people do it and you just watch them and then you make a video about it. Easy, right? God, I hope I don't get banned over this. For the love of God, don't let me get banned. My wife will kill me if I get trespassed from the parks.